Hello, my name is Andrew and I am your guide to how to write an incident report. We're going to cover 6 things: why you should write an incident report, what should go in the incident report, where to write one, when to write one, how to write one, and indeed who should write one. And on that point, you might be wondering what this bespectacled person is doing here to our left. This chap is called Rudyard Kipling. He is a British poet who wrote a poem called 6 Honest Serving Men, and if you read it, you will never ever forget these 6 points. If you need help remembering these 6 things, check out Rudyard Kipling's 6 Honest Serving Men poem. All right, let's get into things. Why you should write an incident report. Here's 3 really good reasons why you should write an incident report. Number 1, it's quite possibly your job. It's possibly part of your job and therefore you need to write an incident report. Number 2, very often for legal proceedings, civil, criminal proceedings, claims, incident reports form an important part of that investigation. So well worth knowing how to write an incident report. And then finally, how on earth are we going to learn and get better if we don't write incident reports? It's key for us to gain a learning opportunity from. So we need to write incident reports. What then should go into our incident report? Well, it's important that you note down in the incident report your name, when you're writing the report, when the incident itself took place, where the incident itself took place, and then other things such as the events that unfolded, and lastly, what impact it has and lessons learned. Where should you write the incident report? Good question. And honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. What is important is that you get your initial findings down. You can use a scrap piece of paper for this. You can use a napkin. You can use your phone. Get the information recorded in the first place, and then perhaps when you get back to the office in front of a PC or a tablet, that's when you can write up your incident report. When should you write the incident report? Well, hold on. First, we should actually deal with the incident itself. Don't go writing out an incident report if someone is in trouble or you've got a leak which looks like it could turn into a flood. First things first, deal with the incident, and then secondly, think about writing the report. Often it's the case that people will have an initial findings report that comes first, and then a few days later, after perhaps further investigations, a full comprehensive report will be filed. How then to write the incident report? Good question. How do we write the incident report? And over to the right hand side here, we've got a helper. Now this little timeline shows us what we should be doing. We should be thinking about, in our incident report, what happened, the particular events in chronological order. It's important that we write down this happened, then this event. What we don't do is write a perfect piece of fiction or a fantastic story saying this happened and then this bloke hit this bloke because that bloke looked a certain way. That is not what we are about here. We're writing an incident report. We are not assuming why things happened. We're just writing about what happened and in a certain order. And be mindful, even if you committed an act which you're not particularly proud of, perhaps you didn't perform to the best of your ability, it doesn't matter. What's important is you're honest and you're true, and that goes into the incident report itself. Who should write the incident report? Well, again, it doesn't really matter that much. Some people have unique skills and perhaps it's their responsibility to write the report. Those people will then be assigned the task. However, you might find different people writing the report. It might be a director, head of security, your supervisor. It might be you yourself writing the report. Whoever writes the report, if there are witnesses involved, it's likely the witnesses will also need to be interviewed, and it's entirely possible you will receive other incident reports that you might wish to review from people like the emergency services. If you found this particular video helpful or you have any comments, go ahead. Comment in the comment section, or perhaps get in touch. Thanks for watching.